Hi there. Okay, so I was asked by Moyou Nails if I could do a stamping tutorial with some of their ethnic style stamping plates. So for the first part of this video, I'm going to be using ethnic plate 1. Now I've already reviewed this and you can see this in my blog post. I'll leave the link to that in the description box below, plus I'll leave the link to this plate, polishes and the stamper that I've used as well, all in the description box below for you. So what I wanted to show you today was one of the manicures I created with this plate that a lot of people liked, so I'm going to recreate that again. So even though these are stamping polishes, you can also use them to paint your nails, and this is just one coat of this gorgeous nude colour called Sandstone, and then I'm going to be using a nice brown called Chocolate Spice to stamp with, and the Moyou Nails clear stamper. Now even though this does come with a scraper, I can't personally get on with the plastic scrapers, so I use an old card. So that is what I'm going to do for you now, so you can see how well these polishes with these plates and this stamper all stamp perfectly. So you can see how well that picked up and stamped. I haven't actually cleaned up any excess on my skin yet because I wanted to also show you how I finished this off. These rhinestones were in the Pro case, I do think it's called. Can't remember entirely off the top of my head, and I'm not sure if these are sold separately, but if they are, I'll link them below for you. I'm going to use the top coat from Moyou Nails Fashion also, as this helps to seal the design without any smearing. And then all I'm going to do is just place a single corresponding colour rhinestone at the bottom of each loop on the design. So a nice light coat, still floating over so not to smear any of the stamping, but I find that this polish actually doesn't smear the stamping. Like so. And then with my own little wax dauber that I made myself, I'm just going to put one of those on each nail. Like so. I will clean up the excess off camera before I take my photos. But there we go. All created with all the items that you need, stamped perfectly, all from Moyou Nails Fashion. And in the next one I'll be using plate 2, and I'll be back with that one very soon. Okay, so carrying on with these, I now have plate 2. Again, I have already reviewed this and I will put that link in my blog post below. I'm sorry for the camera glare there. As you can see, again, it's a nice mix of images on this plate. And what I'm going to do is be using this image here and I've already painted my nails with one coat of the white. I've got the Q-tip, the liquid latex as a protection. I'll be stamping with black, as I said, and I'm going to show you how well these polishes gradient so nicely, as they're so pigmented. And I'm going to be using the white, and this one is called Razzle Dazzle. So I'm going to do my gradient first. As I said, these polishes are my go-to for gradients because they are so pigmented. They blend so nicely together on the sponge. And I just wanted to show that to you all as well before I carry on with my stamping on these plates. And just look how vibrant that Razzle Dazzle is, just a perfect colour. I mean, look at that. I mean, just for one coat. I know that's a bit bright on camera. I do apologise for that. But you'll see how well. And I do this on all my nails, the way you're seeing it now. I do that on all of them first. And then go in and apply some more. As you can see, I've used the white a lot. I'm running very low on that colour. And now I will start on this one first. Just tapping and blending, moving my nail. And then I'll go back to that one. And that one. And then lastly the little pinky. As you can see, that colour builds up really nicely. And the good thing as well with this is by the time I've done all 4 nails like that, or 5 nails, depending if I decide to paint my thumb, because this is a quick drying polish, there is no worry of taking anything off. So I'm just wiping my brush there, if you wondered why I was disappearing. So as you can see, that does blend so nicely. Depending how vibrant you want the actual tip, or wherever you're doing your main colour, all I do with that is I won't worry with the white. I'll just paint over the pink bit, like so. I will turn the sponge the other way round and just carefully go over just the tip part, just to make that a bit more vibrant. And there we go. That's how well they gradient. I'm going to keep the liquid latex on while I stamp, and I'll do all the cleanup after at the end. So let's get rid of the sponge. Now the one thing I've noticed with this stamper, and this isn't nothing wrong with the stamper, it's just because of my nails how curved these two are, whereas these two are more flatter, and that's all due to how they've grown back after my allergic reaction to gel. Although this is pretty soft, it's not as soft, so whereas if you had a bigger clear stamper you can push the image right on your nail. So what I'm going to do for this particular one is I'm going to use this so you can see how well it stamps on the flatter nails, and then I'm going to just use one of my other clear stampers. So you can also see how well they also work with the Moyou plates and polishes to stamp the curved more, oh God, I'll get my words out in a minute, the more curved nails, just in case you too have curved nails. So I'm just going to get my other stamper. As I said, this is nothing against this stamper because you'll see it does still work with the bigger images. It's just because my nails are curved, to try and get that on there properly, rocking and rolling, is more likely to make some of the image not adhere well when you stamp. So I'm going to do it now just to smooth this gradient out so I can stamp. I'm just going to apply my fast dry top coat. And as you can see, that's how quick you can work with these polishes. Okay, so we'll just wait a few minutes for that to dry. And while I'm doing that, I will quickly just stamp with this one first, just so you can see before I stamp it on my nails how this works, because obviously once I stamp I want to get it straight on my nails because we don't want to be hanging around for the polish to dry. And I've lost my card. I'm hoping if I fetch that a bit closer. No, where can we go so you can see that? There we go. So you can see how well that picks up. And I'll also show you on my lint roller when I stamp it off. There we go. So you can see it picks up every part of the image. So let's just clean the plate off, like so. Not quite dry there. Although little pinkies. So let's start. So I'm so sorry about the glare. Where it's so gloomy here, if I was to take my flash off, I'm not sure how good the quality would be. So we'll do that one more time and show you again. As you can see, I'm using a rolling pressing motion to get the image onto my nail. And the same across my nail. So now this is where you'll see that the image now starts to become a little bit too small for my actual nails, but obviously it won't really matter on this one because there's only a tiny amount of the tip showing. So I'll show you the trick that I use with double stamping. You can do this with this stamper, so that's not a problem, but I'll show you with the other stamper that I'm going to use now for the other two nails. I mean, you could enlarge the image if you wanted to, but that is one thing I find, myself personally, I find it, that's one thing that I struggle to do. So with the use of the clear stamper, being able to see through it, and as you can see on that one, it picks up nicely. So all I do here is I'd line the image up from top to bottom, hoping I've got that the right way. I do believe I have. And then I just press that in, like so. Now for the gap at the cuticle end and the tip, this is a little trick that I do. Just going to clean this plate off. Clean the stamper. Now this is a little trick that I'd do. I mean, you could leave it like that, it does look nice, but because of the designs fitting the smaller nails, if that's something that would bug you, so now I would stamp that image again, line the top at the cuticle bit and push, line the bottom at the tip and push. Now I know I've got to clean that off, but I've got the latex, but it just fills in that nail to give a more of a full nail image. As I say, and this is just something that I do because I do like, when I stamp an image, I like my whole nail to be covered. So I'll just do that again because I know it won't fit this one. Actually, we just need to do the tip on this one, or I could leave the tip because of that one, but there is a bit more showing on that one. So let's just see if we can just do that without cleaning the plate off, because it's just that tip part that needs doing again. And we managed to get a bit up, and just do that. And there we go. That is that all done. Now I'll get my tweezer so we can peel off this liquid latex. As you can see, it's a bit tricky to peel it off. Plus I have got a lot of polish everywhere. So I'm going to continue to clean these up off camera so we won't bore you anymore. And I'll be back with the finished mani. So there we go. That's all cleaned up. All that's left to do now is to top coat it. But because this video has gone on longer than I was expecting it to do, and I do apologise for that because of my waffling and showing you everything, I won't do plate 3 in a video today. That will be in a separate video, and I'll just leave the photos of this all top coated at the end. And there you can see a nice little selection, and the plate is so versatile, so many designs that you can do. But just so you can see that there we go. How well these are. And as I said, I'll leave everything in the description box below. Please give me a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching again. Bye.